Hello everyone, today we will be talking about the Pythagorean theorem, so let's get started here. So I have this problem here. I like to just label what the hypotenuse is. So that is the hypotenuse, and the reason why is because it is the longest leg here that you can see. And so, and then I will start by writing out my equation as well. So always start by writing down the equation, and also identify the hypotenuse. Okay, so those are the two things that you want to do every time you solve these problems. And make sure you write this down in your notebook as well. So as you can see, this is my hypotenuse, which is my C, and that's my A, and that's my B. This could be my B, and that could be my A. That doesn't matter really, because we're going to be adding, so it doesn't matter which one's which. So I'm going to plug in A for X, or X for A, X squared, plus B, which is 2.5. 2.5 squared is equal to C squared, which is 6.5 squared. And remember, these squares are literally referring to a square. Like we're adding a square here, we're adding a square here. I know this is super bad, but we're adding a square here, and this square plus this square plus this square, this square plus this square is equal to that squared. Okay, so just remember that that's what we're doing. We're not doing anything like magical. We're literally just adding up a square here, adding up a square here should equal to this square here. That's what we're doing. Okay, so now we got x squared plus 2.5 squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to 2.5 squared is going to be 6.25. So x squared plus 6.25, and then 6.5 squared. 6.5 squared is going to be 42.25. 42.25. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the 6.25 on both sides. Why? Because we want to isolate the variable. And so we got, that becomes 0. We got x squared is equal to 42.25 minus 6.25. So we have 42.25. 5 minus 6.25. 6.25. Okay. All right, we got 36. And then we take the square root on both sides. Square root. We got x is equal to 6. So my answer is x is equal to 6. And if you plug it in, the 6 back inside, here, I'll show it to you. So that is our equation, right? So we're going to do 6 squared, which I got from here, plus 2.5 squared is equal to 6.5 squared, right? 6 squared is 36, and then 2.5 is 6.25, and then 6.5 is 42.25, and then 36 plus 6.25 is in fact 42.25, it checks out. Let me show you. 36 plus 6.25, 36 plus 6.25 is equal to 42.5, so therefore it checks out. So that is how you do this problem. Okay, all right, let's try another one. So the answer is B. All right, I like the sound of that bell. All right, so we got this. You don't have to redraw this one. First thing that you want to do, like we did before, is to identify the hypotenuse. So that is the hypotenuse, and then this is equal to C. I'm going to set that to A, and that's to B. Okay, so always start, I want you guys to write this down, always start by identifying all the variables. Okay, so you got A, B, and C, so make sure you always start by identifying those. And then we always write the equation down. Okay, A is equal to 4, b is equal to 8, and c is equal to x. So 4 squared is 16 plus 8 squared is 64 is equal to x squared. 16 plus 64 is 80 x squared. And then take the square root on both sides. And then we got square root of 80 is equal to x. And the answer is A. But if I want to simplify it, I'm going to simplify this for you guys so that we can get that extra practice is, 8 and 10. And then we got 4 and 2. And I think that's it. And then we got 2 and 2. Okay, actually I'm not going to break it down because that's a perfect square. And I want a perfect square. So what we got here is we got 4 times 2 times 10. Remember, 4 times 2 times 10 is the same thing as 80, right? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 10 is 80. So we got 80. So this statement is the same thing as that. But if we break it down, we got 4 times square root of 2 times 10. Square root of 2 times 10 is, actually, I'm going to have to break it down even more. So my bad. So I got to break down the 10 even more. So that's going to be 5 and 2, right? And so I'm just going to break it down all the way. Okay, so we got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. And then that's going to be 2 squared times 2 squared times 5. And that's going to be 2 squared times 2 squared times square root of 5. And then the square root of 2, taking the square root of square is just 2 times 2 times 5. Remember, taking the square root is just get rid of that square. 2 times 2 is 4. So my answer is 4 square root of 5. 4 square root of 5 is my answer. Okay, if I wanted to simplify it. But obviously they're not simplifying it here. I just wanted to show you guys the simplification here so that you guys can have an idea of how to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna click this here and we're good to go. All right, just do one more for good measure. All right, so once again, identify the hypotenuse. That is my hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. A and B. So we got, and then we write the equation down always. And then a squared, a is 2. B is x. And then c is 7. So 2 squared is 4. X squared is equal to 7 squared is 49. And we subtract 4 on both sides. And then we got x squared is equal to 45. And then we take the square root on both sides. And we got x is equal to square root of 45. And that's my answer right there. And if I want to simplify this, once again, you could just go 9 times 5. That's a square root. Remember, 9 times 5 is 45. So 9 times 5. And then we get 9 times 5, right? And then just separated them two using the multiplication sign. Square root of 9 is 3 and 5. So my answer is 3 square root of 5 if I were to simplify it all the way. So that is it. And so my answer is B. We can go and check that. And voila. Okay. Well, I hope that helped. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay. Bye-bye.